Hi, welcome to this video and welcome back to the kitchen for tonight's episode of Hurry Up, I'm Hungry. Okay, so what are we doing tonight? Tonight I'm going to do one of my original creations, which is a buffalo chicken spaghetti. Okay, so for that we need some chicken mince. Need a little bit of the tapioca starch again. We've got some cream, a little bit of milk. That's for a bit of a trick. We've got the celery and carrot, which are your standard vegetables that go with your basic buffalo chicken wings, along with some... that's what we need. Normally you'd have a blue cheese dressing, but I tend to find this stuff, this free-range egg garlic aioli, is absolutely brilliant. Just to go on that when it's finished, rather than cheese. You wouldn't put Parmesan cheese on this. Then we're looking to the hot sauce, and I use this Frank's Red Hot Original Buffalo sauce. So it's, if you can't find the hot wings sauce, then the original hot sauce and a bit of clarified butter gets you the same result. We're using the San Remo gluten-free pasta again, not a sponsor. And I've got my serving amount there already picked out for one person. So the first thing I'm going to do is, once again, we're going to add some water to this saucepan to boil water, so I'll be back in a second when that's full. Gonna get that on the stove top there. Right, light that up. There we go. And we're going to put a drop of olive oil in that. It is olive oil I'm cooking with all the time. Some people have asked. You can put a drop of salt in this one tonight. We're not cooking with anything that's overly salty, so just a drop of salt. Salt's just to flavour the water. The oil is to stop the pasta from sticking to itself. And now he looks for the glass. Oh, I know what that is. Oh no, it's gone. Where is it? Oh, it is there. Alright, so we'll put that on again. Once again, you put the lid on, that water's going to boil faster. I'm not racing it tonight. First thing I need to do is peel my carrot. Now, once again, because we have a couple of worm farms, we keep all this stuff for the worms. And I do a bit of sustainable gardening with pak choi and spring onions. You can't do that with a carrot. Well, actually you can do it with a carrot, I think. But we'll put that back there. That's this week's meal for the wormies gathering back there. Don't worry about that. The celery we will have to wash. What I'm doing today actually is I'm using a few things that are left over in the fridge. Because I normally shop every day. At work and didn't have time to go to the shops, so I just do this now. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can do the sort of the Chinese style. Put oil on? I don't think I did. So I'm going to put a bit of oil in here. Not too much, but olive oil is good for you. And we're going to start heating that up a bit. And sometimes I'll put some of this. This is some of our chili oil. I'm just going to put a drop of that. It's not necessary. That's just for an additional bit of flavour coming in there. I will also, just because I can't help it, I'll have to add a bit of garlic to that. But that's 100% necessary. As I said, this is not so much a standard sort of dish. Okay, so let's go. My milk should be in the fridge, but it's not. It's sitting on the bench. Now this is a traditional staple on a Wednesday night, and it has one form of buffalo chicken or another. I don't know why. It's either that or a satay chicken, maybe. I think that's a leftover from, it's still from the fact I bowl on Wednesday nights, and I have that in there. So I'm going to cut my carrot. Do that very well. Like small pieces. Just it's going to fold in to the spaghetti easier than if you've got massive pieces of carrot or celery. Get over there and give it a stir. Yes, it is. Life in the fast lane. Little fried garlic. Oh, that chili oil smells good. And I'm putting in, this is just a chicken breast mince. I'll cook it for 2, so that's half a, what was that? That was a gram. So it's about 250 grams of chicken mince there. I think I stupidly touched the bin with that, so I'll throw that away. Well, I'm not going to throw it away, I'm going to wash it. Anyway, I'm just going to chop this up. This is always start cooking off in there. Should be alright. Now basically, I'm ready. Almost. Hot sauce here. Now the cream I add towards the end. And I will do my trick with the bowl again. Nothing fancy. Here we go. I try to do these in real time. I only cut out, long-winded. I'm just going to try and flip that over. There you go. Just looking at this thing here. So, fairly crunchy. We have to get them in here into the hot sauce to get it all starting to cook down a bit. Okay. Now, depending on which one you use, there's a variety of hot sauces available on the market. You wouldn't want to use a lot of them in this sort of quantity because they can be quite spicy. Put that away back in the cupboard. But I buy that by the gallon because we do use a fair bit of the hot sauce, and it's dishes like this. Now I'm using cream and milk in this. You know what? I haven't put enough hot sauce in this. I really haven't. I'm going to have to put a bit more in. Mainly because I am cooking it with spaghetti, and I like the... So you do tend to go through that. Now that's probably a bottle. You can buy... what do we have? Do we have bottles? I don't think we have any smaller bottles left in there. So here, look at the top. But you can buy these bottles, these size bottles, which are the 354ml or 12 ounces. That's wing sauce, so you can get those. You're probably going to use a whole one of those in this recipe. Okay, we're starting to get a bit of moisture coming out of the... That's better. It's going to be a fair amount of sauce, but you need the sauce. You're having spaghetti, right? Speaking of which, that's nearly there. Whoa. Okay, just a phone call. There we go. Our water is now boiling there, so I'm going to, and I think you missed this trick last time. Put my pasta in this time. Spin it round like that. And today I didn't do as good a job as I did yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to put that all under the water. I'm going to grab the lid again, put that over it. That'll quickly bring, you'll see that'll bring the water back to the boil really fast because the lid's on. Helps contain the energy. So as soon as that's boiled up again, I'll take the lid off. Meanwhile, this meat dish here is cooking down quite nicely. I do need a colander once again in the sink for my pasta. Now, I have made this where I do the, you know, you make the celery and carrot mix and you make that like a sauce and you fry your chicken separately and add that in. You can do that if you like. And what that does is you tend to get some of the crispy sort of flour coating off, or batter come off the chicken, and that'll naturally thicken up your sauce, but in this case it's not going to do that. That's back up to temperature, so I'm going to take that off just so I can give it a stir. Just break it up. Just break it up so that it's not going to form a clump. There's nothing worse than a clump of spaghetti, is there? Okay, so that's doing that. This lot here is still going away. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some cream in. Now the cream is, I've turned the heat down there beforehand, because if you put it in when it's too hot, of course the cream's going to cause it to curdle or split, and you don't want that. So you keep the heat down. Now you can see we've got quite a runny mixture, which is a bit too runny to have on a spaghetti in my opinion. This camera's catching that. Okay, so it's quite thick. That's that looks like it's all separated quite nicely. I like that. You're better off leaving it. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn my stopwatch on. Alright, so what am I going to do now? Is that going to fit in there? Maybe not. Show you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put a teaspoon maybe in this bowl, and that's where I go back to the fridge and get the milk. Now I use milk so that I'm not splitting this with water. I don't know, just to me water tends to make things a bit runny. Yeah, what I mean. Sort of waters it down. That also sounds like a cheap pun, but it's not. I just find, I don't know, you're putting cream in there already. I don't see the logic in putting like straight water in there. Now the trick here, of course, is going to be to get this mix that I've made into this this bottle like that. Now I did that because like there's cream in here. Okay, just going to put that in there. like that. And that should thicken up my sauce here quite nicely, hopefully. Because we lowered the temperature to avoid the cream splitting, it's going to take a little bit longer to thicken up. So that's what we're going to do. Just keep an eye on that, keep going, watch it thicken up, waiting for our pasta to cook up. Step. You want toast? Ooh. Wow. It's got a bit of bite in it tonight. That's good. Can't cough too much. I'll get accused of being soft. So there's not much to this. There's only a couple of ingredients. 3 ingredients, I suppose, in the pasta. So look out for my other recipe on how to make my naked buffalo chicken, which is basically the same ingredients just arranged in a different order without the pasta. That's one of the reasons I like this dish, is because it doesn't really have any carbs in it normally. When you do the pasta, it suddenly acquires some carbs. That actually that's nearly ready, that pasta. Well, where are we? 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Just another minute or so. So we'll be ready. Okay, I think that's about right. So I'll get a couple of bowls ready. Don't forget that. Right, free range garlic aioli by Zeus is really nice stuff. Not a sponsor. No one's a sponsor. I don't have any sponsors. Don't want any sponsors. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And I need to grab 2 things.
Ready yet?
Oh, we've got an is it ready yet? Okay, I've just mixed it together, so...
Hurry up, I'm hungry.
Alright. It's ready. There you go. Now we just need to serve it. There you go. It's hard to serve the sort of soupy bit with that because that spoon's got a hole in it.
Keep going.
Yes, it's quite nice, isn't it? Let's turn the fan. Oh, leave the light on so you can see it. Yeah, that one.
It's got a nice kick.
Take that spoon and that away.
Some for Ron.
Some for Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some for Ron. Take a mess, look at that. And don't forget your this is This is your Parmesan cheese for buffalo chicken spaghetti. So that's my recipe for buffalo chicken spaghetti. I'm going to give it a shot. Try it. You might like it, you might not. Subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, but tell me why. And enjoy. And remember, if I could put this together, you shouldn't have any problems at all. Okay, so there you go. That's how to make my buffalo chicken spag. If you give it a shot, I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for sticking around and watching another episode of Hurry Up, I'm Hungry. I've got this new nice apron that the missus made for me. So in the meantime, you all look after each other, take care, be kind to one another, and we'll see you on the next episode of Hurry Up, I'm Hungry.